My name is Sttark, and this is my submission to the Unboxing My Life Scholarship. So if I made this video a few years ago, this would have been my box. A plain old shipping box that doesn't really represent who I am, and I really tried to hide my personality. I realized that it only led to me being bullied, and being able to hide who I was prevented that. But the COVID-19 pandemic allowed me to reflect on how that was only hurting myself, and that letting my true personality shine through was better for who I was. And that's what inspired me to create this box. So I spent the last week and a half or so creating this box, and each side represents a part of who I am. So starting with this side, this is the Spirit Day side. One of the things I challenged myself to do after the pandemic was to dress up for every Spirit Day. So this side has some of the accessories that I wore in some of my favorite Spirit Day outfits. There's tacky tours with the lei. I even remember bringing a suitcase this day, and even though I got stares from a lot of people, it was a way to show that I wasn't afraid of being myself. Now there was mathlete versus athlete, so I dressed up as a mathlete, and this is the bow tie that went with it. And then the microphone for Throwback Thursday, where I dressed up as a High School Musical character with my friend, just to have some nostalgic childhood memories. And some other things about me are that I love to cook and bake. So another thing that got me through the pandemic was cooking and baking. And I really started cooking in 7th grade, and it's just been a part of my life since. So being able to cook pizza whenever I want, or cookies for my friends, it's a great way for me to ignore the rest of my stressors and focus on making delicious food. This next side of my box is the Brooklyn Bridge in New York, and this past summer I went to New York with Alexander Hamilton Scholars. So I was selected along with 32 other scholars from around the nation, and we were able to learn more about the college admissions and financial aid processes. And these were a few memories from the trip. So one of the things was I got to see Hamilton, so this is my playbill. A few tickets of things I did, like the One World Observatory, musical brochures, and one of my favorite memories from the trip was how I had this idea on one of the last nights that we should all write each other notes that we could stick on each other's doors. And this would let us take home kind of supportive messages from 32 other people we loved and cared about. So if we were ever feeling down at home, we could take back a piece of everyone else and read their notes. And these are the notes that I received. I also really like to paint, and that's why this box took so long, because I just wanted to put as much detail as I could, and this is a paintbrush to represent that. Then my last two sides are track and field and cross country. So starting with cross country, I began in 7th grade, and I really grew to become who I am today because of the sport. Just being able to be supported by the people around me and take every race as a way to challenge myself to be a better person and be myself. So I started out not that good at cross country, but last year was one of the first times I ever deserved a medal. So I remember this race, and I was so ecstatic that I received a medal that I was singing at the top of my lungs the song that I was playing, and I was just really excited and proud of myself for earning this. Some other memories that go along with cross country are some pictures I took at cross country camp, surrounded by the people I love the most in the sport. And these are the people who cheer me on, even when I don't have a good race. They're there to support me, and I'm there to support them. And a final thing was my NCS wristband. So NCS is a race that only varsity runners go on, and I started cross country, bottom of JV, thinking I'd never be with the top runners. But with enough hard work and commitment, I got myself there, and I even got myself to the position of team captain. where I not only lead the team, but I make sure everyone's supported and meets their needs in each race. Then for track and field, this is the 4x4 team that I was on at our NBL finals, where we received this medal for third place, something that we all worked so hard for. And specifically myself, I had to push myself as much as I could to secure a spot on this team. And that was really when I began to put all my effort into running. And the final object in my box is the Santa Rosa Half Marathon medal, which I received for running my first ever half marathon. 13.1 miles was a culmination of all my hard work and building confidence in myself. And I'm really proud of this accomplishment.